Welcome back, everyone, to the Gaming Alchemy channel. Today we are continuing our countdown of my top 25 games of all time. Today we will be going through numbers 15 through 11. And with that, let's get on to number 15. And number 15 on this list is Sleeping Gods: Distant Skies. Now, I have played through this campaign fully twice now, and I have played the original Sleeping Gods through that campaign fully twice as well. And they're both really good. I think I like the Distant Skies a little bit better. It's also one of my favorite solo games because it works incredibly well solo. It's an overland adventure game, and it's not an overly dark game, so it's a game you could play with family members fairly easily, or anyone who just likes a lighter theme. There's a lot to see in this game and in the original Sleeping Gods. I would say the original Sleeping Gods was a bit actually quite a bit more lands and adventuring to do. Distant Skies is a little more closed in, and the replayability might not be quite as high in it. But that being said, I've played through it twice now and still saw things that I didn't see the first time. Still haven't made it through all the tundra lands and the cold lands kind of at the top of the map fully because you get damaged so badly when you go up there. And you don't get ways to mitigate that till closer to the end of the game, and then by that time you're powerful enough to take on the bad guy. So the next time I play it, I am going to go through those tundra areas because I haven't really experienced much of them at all. But it's great if you love overland adventuring games, kind of like, from my youth. It reminds me of playing Zelda and other games like that. And it's the story just really sucks you into this world that Ryan Lockett has created. And it's really great. The combat is super unique, something that I've never seen in any other game. It does take a little longer, I would say, the combat, but I enjoyed it quite a bit. I thought it was a nice change from just the normal, just rolling dice. There is dice that you roll in it, but it's more just adding a hit or two, or potentially removing a hit. So it's not like completely dependent on it or anything. But that is number 15 of my top 25 games of all time. Check it out, and you will not be disappointed. And it was not on any other list in 2022 or 2018 because it was not out yet, and I certainly didn't own it. So, but that is number 15, Sleeping Gods. And I would say both of them, but I'm going to pick Distant Skies for this list. And my number 14 board game of all time is Tainted Grail: Kings of Ruin. So I'm pretty sure on my solo board game list, I had Sleeping Gods and Tainted Grail reversed. I had Sleeping Gods a spot ahead of Tainted Grail: Kings of Ruin, and they kind of flip-flop back and forth. But for this list, I think Tainted Grail has surpassed it just a hair. The world that it creates is just so vivid and pulls you in so much. And I've been playing Seventh Continent lately, or Seventh Citadel, I mean. And one scenario really just kind of grinded my gears because it kind of didn't give me enough direction on where I was supposed to be going. And I ended up wasting like 3 hours looking for this one thing. And in Tainted Grail, it's different. It kind of directs you where you're supposed to go. So you can't really you can waste time going off in some direction, chasing some other thing, but you're always going to be going towards where you're supposed to be going. And in Seventh Continent or Seventh Citadel, I don't know, that one scenario didn't have it, and it just kind of irked me a bit. And even though I love open sandbox games, but in that game, it's open sandbox, but it's not really. You still have to be doing the thing you're supposed to be doing, at least in that scenario. And I don't know, I kind of preferred how Tainted Grail does it. So kind of mixed reviews on Seventh Citadel right now. I need to play it some more, and we'll see if I like it more, and see if it comes onto this list next time I do it. But Tainted Grail is great. I've done a full review on my channel for it. I talked about it lots already on my channel. So if you want to know more about Tainted Grail, go watch my review. And but that is number 14, Tainted Grail, Kings of Ruin. And my number 13th game of all time, which is new to the list, is Andromeda's Edge. And this game is a space-themed game. It's got asymmetrical factions. It's kind of a hybrid game, so it's got dice for combat with ways to mitigate it. There's a ton of tracks you can move up for that give you bonuses as you move them up. So it's not just this boring track movement. You actually are getting stuff depending on which tracks you go up, and you will get victory points from some of those tracks. Well, all of the tracks really at the end of the game. You can research technology, which will give you ways to get more resources and other things when you bring your ships back off the board. Because this game is actually fairly simple. You either put a ship out or you bring all your ships back. That's basically the game, with obviously lots of nuanced things going on. But it's really great. That engine when you bring your ships back and getting all that stuff is so much fun. It's like its own little engine building mini game. And I've played Dwellings of Eldervale, which this is based off of. And with all the improvements they made with this one, I just enjoy this one more than Dwellings. But Dwellings is also really good with a fantasy theme. So if you like that theme better, you might like Dwellings more. But I think all the improvements they made on this one it has really made it shine. And I've really enjoyed it. I've only actually played it a few times now, but it's definitely left an impression on me. And I am always wanting to play it right now. So that is my number 13th. And it was not on any list in previous years because it is new to me probably within the last 6 months or so. So that is number 13, Andromeda's Edge. And my number 12 game of all time is Xia, Legends of a Drift System. And man, I always get so excited when we play this one because it can just, it's kind of chaotic and crazy and all sorts of crazy things can happen, but that is like the fun of this game. And I've been playing this for quite a long time, probably around 8 years or so. And it's so good. There's not too many games that are exactly like this game. And it's this space-themed game. You're basically just starting out as a, bottom of the barrel pilot, and you got to work your way up by upgrading ships and getting victory points through many, many different ways. That's how you win. They're called fame points in the game. So you're trying to build your status as a pilot and have your name known throughout the galaxy is kind of the base story. But basically, there's so many different ways to get victory points. And one victory point matters a ton in this game. The game can be a little bit long, but you're just having a blast the whole time. There's lots of dice in it. You roll dice for everything. And I'm not afraid of dice like a lot of people are. And the game just creates so many memories that you don't get from other games. And you're still talking about those memories years later. And it's great. If that sounds interesting at all, open world sandbox, just do whatever to get victory points in a space theme, then you will love Xia, Legends of a Drift System, which has kind of come in and out of print. I think they did do a Kickstarter not too long ago. So I think you can still get this one. And in 2022, it was 13th. And in 2018, it was 33rd. So it has actually risen one spot since 2022. And it's a great one, and I will be continuing to play it for many years into the future. And my number 11th game of all time, and the last one for this list today, is Civilization: A New Dawn. And this is my Civilization game of choice, although I have not played Clash of Cultures, which that one looks really awesome. So, maybe I would enjoy that one more. I would love to be able to play that one day. But this one it's a quicker to play kind of Civilization game. It's a little bit different than most Civilization games, which tend to be more 4X. This isn't really 4X. It's goal-based, so you're trying to be the first one to complete 2 out of the 3 goals, or 3 out of the 4 goals. I can't remember now. But it's really great, and there's asymmetric factions. It does need the expansion to be this high, though. The expansion changed a few things, made it a lot better, and it has that same card system that Ark Nova has. Ark Nova kind of stole it from this game, where you have cards that have actions on them, and if you don't use those actions, they move up in the row, in the card row, and they get more powerful. So the longer you wait to do a particular action, the stronger it will be. And there's just a lot of great decisions of like, man, I really want to do this now, but if I wait 1 or 2 more turns, I'll be able to get this much more out of it. And that system is great. I mean, I can see why Ark Nova wanted to use it too, because no other games have really used that system, and it is awesome. Kudos to whoever thought of that, the designer, I guess. I'm not sure who the designer is of this game, actually, but it's from Fantasy Flight Games. I do know that. But it's a really great game, great theme. I don't play a ton of Civilization games, so it's nice to have this one in my play group that we can play a Civ-based game and get that cool theme in. And in 2022, this was 40th overall, and it was not on the list in 2018. So that is my number 11, and the last game for today. Stay on the lookout for my next video, which will be my number 10 to number 6. So we're breaking into the top 10 games of all time, according to me. So stay tuned for that, and we will see you in the next video. Bye for now.